Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Thursday, April 26th, 2012. Let's jump right into the charts here. We'll start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. You will see that the futures are trading down a little bit, about a point and a half, point and three quarters, right to the 1385.50 level. Once again, had a big day yesterday for the markets on the back of the Apple news. Today the markets are coming under a little bit of pressure. One thing you want to take note of is the US dollar index. US dollar is making a little bit of a move off the lows. You'll see it here right around 3 o'clock in the morning. Dollar has started to move higher, pulled back a little bit, and now moving higher. If the dollar starts to rally a little bit longer, we'll bring these markets down a little bit more. Right now the US dollar index futures are trading lower by about a penny and a half. But not a bad pattern here for some short-term upside. Now, often we see the dollar fall around the opening bell, which is 9:30, basically another hour and 10 minutes from now. However, the dollar's making a nice little push today, so we'll see if it does gain some strength. If it does, that will bring the markets in a little bit, and you'll see a little bit of a pullback day in the market. So, really, everything's about the dollar, in my opinion. You can listen to all the European news till you're blue in the face, but the dollar will tell us everything we need to know. A couple of things out there that we do want to go over quickly is that the European markets this morning are down across the board. You have Italy down about 0.8 of 1%. Spain is down 1.7%. The German DAX is basically flat. The English, or I should say the British FTSE 100, is up just slightly. I guess it's up about 0.2 of 1%. And the CAC 40 is down 0.7 of 1%. So for the most part, Europe is mostly down this morning. That usually spells some trouble. We'll have to see how that all plays out and shakes out once the opening bell rings here in the United States. Now, Asia last night was a mixed ball of wax too. You had the Nikkei flat, the Shanghai index, which is China, flat, the Sensex, which is flat, and then you had the Hang Seng up about 0.8 of 1%. Australia, I believe, was up just a touch, 0.2 of 1%, or a quarter percent rather. So it was really a mixed bag of tricks, but no real rally there last night, and that's something worth noting. So we'll see how this market shakes out throughout the rest of the trading day. But if that dollar gains further strength, these futures will come in, and also the major stock indexes will also revert lower. And that's just the way it works. Dollar up, market down. Until that relationship breaks, there really is no other relationship. So we'll see how it all plays out. Now, let's talk about real quickly oil and gold. You'll see oil is up a little bit today by about 5 cents, trading right at 104.8, 104.17 a barrel. Gold is up $9. Gold is making a little bit of a move this morning, right to 16.51 per ounce. So a decent little pop on gold. We do have Apple behind us. We do have the Fed announcement behind us. So maybe today the market will get back to some real trading and leave all these other news events behind us. And we'll see how that plays out. There are a lot of stocks today that reported earnings. A ton out there. I'm just going to go over a few because there are really too many to cover. But let's start off with the big one here today, Exxon Mobil. Exxon is trading down from the high yesterday, closed at 86.85. Today it's trading at 85.80. That's a decent dip for the world's largest, second largest stock behind Apple. That's a pretty good little fall today for ExxonMobil. Stock still has a lot of support at 83.40 and more support at $82. However, it is a strong gap lower, and those gaps can break those levels. But watch those two levels, 83.40 and then ultimately $82. If it falls below that, you're going to look at $80.50 as the next spot. But nonetheless, stock is getting hit this morning after reporting earnings just a little while ago. Let's take a look at Aetna, ticker symbol AET. Everybody knows this company. Getting hit as well. The stock closed, I believe, at $49.36, traded below the $45 level. This is a pretty good fall for this name. Let me just see what I have here as the best support level that I could find. And I'm just going to go with the most conservative because this looks like a strong gap lower. You're probably going to look at, 44. It's going to be around 44.38. And then you're going to look at 42.25. So 44.38, then 42.25. After that, stock has downside all the way to $40. So this is a strong gap down. This is another one that may not hold the support levels. So you got to be careful there at all of those intraday support areas. But it is a strong gap down. Usually means sharp declines coming and could have further downside to go. Let's take a look at Dunkin' Brands, everybody's favorite place, Dunkin Donuts. Ticker symbol is DNKN. And let's punch that up. Stock's having a nice little move here. The gap up is okay. It's not ultra strong, but it is decent. Stock probably has upside into the 33.50 level, maybe 34 bucks. I don't see it getting much higher than that level, but I do think it has the potential to get to 33.50, maybe $34. But nice little pop for Dunkin' Donuts, or Dunkin' Brands as it's called now. Let's take a look at United Airlines. This stock right now reported earnings, trading right at $22.94. Don't want to make much out of this one. This is basically where it closed yesterday. We'll see if it can make a little bit of a move. Again, if it does, $25 and $26 are going to be your respective resistance points. I'm not sure it's even going to get there, though, but we'll see. Let's take a look at Occidental Petroleum. Ticker symbol is OXY. This stock is trading down to 88.20 this morning. Decent little fall. The gap down is of decent strength. I'm not seeing really a great level out there, but I will give you the best level that I have. And what I'm thinking is if it gets down to around 81.70, that would be a very, very good support level. I'm not sure it does that. There'll still be support at 86.45, and then you'll probably have a little minor support at 85. But your best level is going to be around 81.70 if it does get down there. I don't know if it does. Still trading all the way at 88.20 at the moment. So, we'll have to see if that does get there, and with a little bit of support at 86.45 and $85. But the best level I could give you is going to be 81.70, and then respectively much lower, which would be 76.37. I'm not sure either one of those levels will even come into play today, but just keep them on the radar just in case they do. Let's take a look at Citrix Systems. Ticker symbol is CTXS. This is a cloud computing name having a very good morning, trading up at 84.53. Stock has upside all the way up to 85 and a half, 85 and a quarter, in that vicinity. But very, very nice for Citrix, and has more upside in the cards. The gap up is decent, so it's a decent gap up, but it should get to that 85, 25, 85.50. I wouldn't really look to short this unless the market starts to show real serious weakness, but this is a pretty good little move. Let's take a look at Akamai. This here is another one, Akamai Technologies. This stock today is getting hit just a little bit. Closed at 38.75, trading at 36.35. Has supported two levels near term. $35 will be support, so you got to watch the 35 area. In fact, you could see it got there yesterday in the aftermarket. Hasn't retraced that level yet. I think it very well could do that. Watch 35, and then you're going to have to look a little bit lower at 34 bucks, and then ultimately all the way down to $31.14. So those are some levels. If it breaks through there, stock's headed all the way down to $29. So those are your levels for Akamai, and it is a strong gap down. So those levels can get tagged, can bounce, and then they can breach them. So this stock can go lower today, as it is a strong gap lower. Let's take a look at Pulte Homes. Stock is gapping up this morning. Decent strength on the gap up. It's not a major gap up, but it's coming off of a decent base. So you got to give it the upside. It's trading around $9. Has resistance, very big resistance at $9.50. So maybe a pierce of $9.50. I don't see the stock getting any higher than $9.50 at the moment. But very, very good move on Pulte Homes this morning. So that's what we're looking at. I know there's a lot of other stocks out there, but I just can't get to all of them in today. Wish you all a great trading day, and we'll see you all on the charts tomorrow. Have a great morning and a good trading session. Take care now.